Yo, what's up, mate? How are ya? How are ya? We're feasting on kangaroo meat, you wish, mate. You ain't even gonna make it. You're not even gonna make it, you scrap. You're not even gonna make it to weigh-in day. There's a lot of week left for you Hamzat Chimaev glazers. You own this chat? Bro, give me a break. We are this chat. How are we going, boys? Let me zoom in a little bit so I can see all your beautiful comments and faces. And let me get this image out of the way. It's UFC 308, baby! Yes! We got Robert Whittaker on this side. We got Alexander Rakic on this side. We got my complete unbiased picks. I'm not doing a picks video, but I'll drop another card like I did. What did I do last week? I did a community post last week, so I'll drop another community post sometime this week. We're on, boys. We're on. I'm bloody loving it, mate. I am bloody loving it. We're almost at 308. I just hope Whittaker doesn't pull out again and ruin another pay-per-view like he's done twice at this point. How has this happened that the Chimaev fans out there have turned this around on Robert Whittaker? Robert Whittaker hasn't pulled out of a fight since like 2018 or 2017 or something. Fucking Hamzat oh, I swore so early. It's only been 2 minutes. Hamzat Chimaev pulled out of a fight 3 months ago. 3 months ago because his immune system crashed because he's been overtraining. And you guys are turning this around on poor old Robert Whittaker, who had a gut issue against Israel Adesanya years ago. Years and years and years ago. The cope from the Chimaev fans is insane. Is absolutely insane. I hope Whittaker doesn't have any tummy issues this time around. You're the ones with the issues. You're the ones that have the bad immune system. We're good, mate. We're good. Chris, I'm a day one, mate. What's up, Taz? How are you, brother? What's good, man? What's good? You might not know this, Taz, because you're new to the channel, but I'm half Serbian. That's why I have an Australian accent, but I do not have blonde hair or blue eyes or look like an Aussie in any way at all, because my mother is Serbian and I got all of her genetics. That or my dad has lied to the whole family. Anyway, don't call me baby, please. Salam alaikum. What's up, Cage? How are you, mate? Cage, you weren't here for the meme that kicked off the stream. Why don't you check it out, mate? Here we go. Have a look at this. This is still for you, Cage. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. It's not my most confident pick, but I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it. Didn't Rob fuck you over by pulling out the day of the fight? He did. Yeah, that was the one where I had the barbecue going, had the mates over, had it all going on. And yeah, Rob Whittaker, 3 a.m. in the morning, had very severe gut issues, had to be rushed to the Melbourne hospital. That was one of the, I think that was the last UFC event to happen in my city. That's the same city where Holly Holm head kicked Ronda Rousey. That's my city. Yeah, about 30 minutes up the road from where I live. Yeah. And Robert Whittaker screwed it up. Been here since Dougie was beardless. No one's ever seen me beardless, mate. Not even my own mother. I've been here since before Dougie transitioned. No one's ever seen me back in my female form. Not even my own mother. I just don't like dudes calling me. That's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. So, update. Personal life update. I bought a canoe. I bought a 2-person canoe. Like, it's a proper fucking canoe. The last one, I shared it in the Discord. I shared the kayak in the Discord. The child's kayak that I took out into the bay and sunk. I shared that in the Discord, and I was so angry at that I couldn't chase down the dolphin that I jumped on Facebook Marketplace. How many black t-shirts do you have? Literally, probably 20. Yeah. Probably 20. And the streaming t-shirt, the same t-shirt that I wear for every stream, sits in this chair. Because I get changed out of my work t-shirt and just chuck on a clean t-shirt and then just sit down in my office chair. So I wear the exact same black t-shirt for every stream. But I have about 20 in the cupboard. I just never grab a fresh one. Anyway, so I got pissed off with the kids' kayak. It wasn't the kids' kayak's fault. It was my fat ass's fault for taking a kids' kayak out into the bay. But I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found a proper adult-sized two-person canoe secondhand from an adventure company. The weather is bloody great out there. And at the end of this stream, in 55 minutes, might be taking it out. Who knows? Chimaev wins via functioning digestive system. Get the fuck out of here. Homework. Get the fuck out. Listen, there's going to be something that's going to happen in the Khamzat Chimaev Robert Whittaker fight. It's going to be the first round. The first round is going to look like Khamzat Chimaev is winning that fight and he's getting away with a 10-8. But that is when he is going to gas. He's going to gas and he's going to gas hard. And Robert Whittaker is going to claw back the next 4 rounds and absolutely fucking school him. School him. Sorry for leaving you alone with the Khamzat Glazers. Dougie, Bobby Knuckles will ride again. Yes. How are you, Nacho? What's good, man? This is the theme for the week, Nacho. We got the Aussie flag. My Aussie flag. I'm not flying our fucking government's flag. They can go fuck themselves. We got the Aussie flag. We got the Serbian flag for Rakic. UFC 308 week, baby. It's going to be sick. Paradox the Chad. How are you, brother? Chicken burger. Subscribe to Paradox the Chad. You want me to try and get Piggy to rage you? Piggy just went live. So I think Piggy's going to be live for a bit. I think he'll probably be live since after I'm live. So it's all good, man. It's all good. But I appreciate it, Chris. I appreciate it. Yeah, we spoke to Guru. He's all good. I appreciate every raid that he gives me. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. How are you, Bilal's good eye? What's that? Cheese and wine. Get cheese and wine and playing that violin. You know, people think I'm not a smart man, but I'm a highly intelligent man. Fucking Tito Ortiz. We're going to find out October 26th, brother. We're going to find out. Max Holloway. Can we talk about Max Holloway's weight cut, chat? Max Holloway's weight cut is not going well. It is not going well. There was an interview he did with a certain Kevin Ioli, and there's a screenshot from that interview that I put in today's prayer video. How did we enjoy the prayer video today? There is a screenshot from that I put in today's prayer video. He looks fucked. He looks absolutely fucked. I really do hope that this is the last time. I really hope. I love Max Holloway a lot. I'm a big fan of Max Holloway. I hope that he loses this fight to Ilia Topuria and then takes the BMF belt and fights on at lightweight for the rest of his career, because the cut to 145 is fucking killing our boy Max. Holloway did pull out 3 times in a row, then pulled out in the Volk trilogy, which is why the TKZ Volk fight was made. So it's not just Khamzat to worry about. Yes, I know, Toad. I know. And like, Holloway has always had really bad cuts down to 145, and it doesn't look like this one's going any better. Chimaev is the main character, Dougie. You know this, brother. You're not Chimaev, the main character. Wrong. Homework. It's Whittaker's world. We're all just living in it. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, man. JDM versus Marty Fake Newsman. Verbally agreed. They did. Interesting to see, because it feels like Usman is ducking everyone. And I think, personally, Kamaru Usman saw how easily Gilbert Burns held JDM down. And he's like, fuck it. That's the only person in the top 5 that I can feasibly win against. So that's who he's going with. When Whittaker gets beat, how bad will you cry? Not going to happen. Taz, not going to happen, mate, all right? And I'm not going to cry because this office has a balcony. And I have a rope. You see the Tito video? I haven't seen the newest. Is there a new Tito video? I've seen the cheese and wine, crying with the cheese and wine and a violin. I've seen that one, but is there a new Tito video? I'd love to see it, Paradox, you bloody Chad. Khamzat fans need to use discernment. You got to use discernment to figure out why the support a Bitcoin scamming suffering freak. I agree, Nacho. Use discernment. I know Rob versus Yol 2 was a classic, but I do wish we could have got Rob versus Luke Rockhold instead of Whittaker pulling out like he always does. Did, Toad, like he always did. And Yol showing up and smoking a Rockhold. Yeah, that would have been great to see. I wish Yoel Romero could have fucking made weight, and then we could have said that Yoel Romero actually won a belt. You know what's happening October 26th? We'll find out, baby. We'll find out October 26th, baby. Everyone's got to make weight first. Holloway versus Oliveira Chandler if he loses. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I just think Max Holloway's career is going to be more fun for all of us once he's done pretending that he's a 145-pound champion. He was a 145-pound champion, but that's in the past now. That's in the past. Nacho supports someone who ducks the best fighter in their own division. Keep doing the tricks. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It begins. JDM smokes him. I bloody hope so, mate. I do not support Jon Jones. Who are you picking for Fakatev versus Bilal? Huh? I don't know. I don't know yet, Cage. I don't know yet. I have to look at the fighters' faces to get my memory up. Hang on. Let me have a look at UFC 308. Is that the UFC? Is that on UFC 308? I need to see some faces, mate. I got to put some faces to the name. Fatkev versus Bilal. Fatkev? I'm not getting it. Shavkat. Oh, thank you, mate. I needed that one. Shavkat. Oh, Shavkat. Shavkat easily. That one went right over my head, mate. Thank you. Shavkat fucks him up. Shavkat fucks him up. Doesn't allow him to pressure him up against the page. Doesn't allow him to pressure him up against the cage like Leon did. Good on you, Doug. Usman, old man's knees won't hold up. I certainly hope so, Christian Grayathan III. I certainly hope so. Nobody mentioned dogs, man. Look up Tito mic drop. It's a 10-second video. I've seen it, Paradox. The one where he's in the cage and throws the fucking microphone into the air and hits him in the... I don't understand how this keeps happening to Tito Ortiz. It's so unlucky that his life is constantly filled with these moments. Oh, fuck. I swear to God, one day there is going to be like a Dougie's Corner t-shirt that says, at least I'm smarter than Tito. Nobody mentioned dogs, bro. Chill out. It does cement his legacy, yep. Is Lopez officially weighing in as a backup fighter? I don't believe so, Nacho. I've not heard anything about that since it was first announced. Paradox betting channel when? Good question. Paradox, when is it happening, mate? When are we getting a betting channel? You know, Paradox, I've always had this idea, this massive idea for a live stream when it comes to the MMA space. You'll never fucking believe it. It's a revolutionary idea. I guarantee you it'll bring thousands of views. It was a channel that I thought of with my good mate Big Sig. And me and Sig thought of this idea. It's called Fight Radio. And what you do is you break down the fights live and you give betting tips for them. Fight Radio, and you do it once a week. Now, Paradox, I don't have the time to run that kind of a scheme, but if you want, I can hook you up with this bloke that I came up with. His name was Big Sig, and if he's ever sick and can't make it, there's this other bloke called Tommy. And Tommy, he will come through for you, and you guys will be able to do Fight Radio together. It could blow up. I reckon it's a pretty big idea. So you can have that one, mate. That's all yours. On it. That is an old joke for very old channel members. I don't think anyone in this chat was from back in those days. Probably Toad. Okay, Cage, you should have known that was going to set off... Cage, you should have known that was going to set off his dyslexia. I know, Cage, be easy on me, mate. I watched all of Holloway's fights, starting from the Aldo one, and he's changed his style in a way that gives him more of a chance against Ilia. I think Ilia is going to find Holloway's body. I think he's going to set up the exact same combo that he set up against that guy at lightweight, whose name is escaping me right now. It's the exact same combo that he set up on Volkanovski. There was another fighter. Ilia has set up this same combo 3 times, where it's 2 to the body and then an overhand left to the head. I think he's going to set it up again with Holloway, and I think the reason that he wants Holloway to stand in the center of the cage in the first 10 seconds and swing is because when Holloway is swinging hard, he's swinging big, meaty overhooks. He's swinging overhands. And Ilia is shorter and wants to work that inside body. I'm serious, though. Rob doesn't fight very safe. He will get finished in the first 2 rounds by Khamzat. I think the first round is going to be Khamzat's round, and that's about it. I think Max loses a controversial decision that really shouldn't be controversial. I think it'd be pretty clear. Yep. I hope Rob doesn't gas out after 1 round like he did against DDP. That is, again, you fucking Chimaev fans come up with the weirdest, fakest. Like, what we say about Khamzat Chimaev is shit based in facts, reason, and logic. What you guys say, Robert Whittaker didn't gas out against DDP. He got chinned. He's always been chinny. We've always said that he's chinny. He got chinned by DDP in the first round and he got rocked. He didn't gas out. Robert Whittaker has gone 25 minutes with, I think, Yoel Romero twice, Israel Adesanya once. Did he go 15 minutes or 25 minutes with Paulo Costa? Like, Robert Whittaker's gas tank is not a fucking issue. From the team, homework, from the team that literally said, our fighter's gas tank is an issue, we have to move the camp to elevation. Another one on the board for the Whittaker tards. Poor Tito. Poor Tito. Hopefully Tito fulfills his dream of... Oh my God. I fucking love Tito. Everyone's dreaming to outlive their children. You know, I train 5 times a week. On Monday, I train 3 times a week. On 3 times a week, I train 2 times a week. And then 2 times a week, we train 5 times a week. So that's all week long. Every day of the week, 4 days a week, we're training. I fucking love Tito. I'm going to do a food video of Tito's favorite munch, and it'll just be cheese and wine with great... Do it, Chris. Hey, Chris, you're meant to have started this food channel. It needs to be starting soon, mate. Come on. Damn, Dougie, you got the connections. I'll join your Paradox. Big Sig, better step off your step up. Better step up or step up. I agree, mate. It's time for Big Sig and Tommy to ride. Tommy Boy is back, begging Sig to do the fight radio. Oh my God. Yes, Cage is definitely from the era of the Tommy Boy harassment that I used to get on this channel daily about starting fight radio. Cage is absolutely from that era. So good. We're going to find out October 28th, brother. Max Holloway. Thank you. Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen. So Max, how hard have you been training? How has the weight cut been this weekend? We're going to find out October 26th, brother. Oh, okay. Hey, Max, how's Rush doing at school? We're going to find out October 26th, brother. Max, anything else to say? You'll find out on October 26th, brother. Fucking hell. Dougie, how are you today? I'm really good, Aaron. It's bloody warm in Melbourne today, mate. It's like 26 degrees, but there was an update on the kayak that I bought that I sunk. That was a child's kayak. I've bought a man-sized canoe, and it's a 2-person canoe, so I'm going to take it out after this stream. Yeah, it's going to be great, mate. The Poirier 2 fight and the Volk 1 fight were pretty clear, yet Max fans thought that he won them. That's true. Yeah, the Holloway fans are going to make excuses for him, for sure. They're going to be... This is the problem when you're so biased, and I would never suffer from this, Toad, because I'm a very unbiased MMA fan. But when I imagine that if you are biased and you're watching fights, the clean shots that your favorite fighter lands, you seem to think that they land with more impact than they actually do. So yeah, dude, I can see those ones being clear, but also like the Volk 3 fight was pretty fucking like obvious who had won that fight. And I think this fight is going to be similar to that. I think Ilia Topuria has probably got cleaner hands than Volk had at his peak. And Volk sort of set the blueprint. So, yeah. Max unanimous decision 49-46. Okay, that's interesting. Nacho's got some sort of a weird fanfic going on, but okay, that's cool. But I want to ask the Iceman for my first favorite fight. Yeah, I want to ask the Iceman for my first favorite fight. Yeah, do it. Do it, Chris. Do it. What's up? Lane, how are you, brother? We're waiting on the new food channel, Chris. We are, man. I'm slacking. Just my outside phone camera is mucked, so I got to use other people's until I get a new phone. Chris, I literally started this channel with the old Samsung A23. They were the very first videos that I used. You can use any camera, man. Any camera. So, show us your sausage. No, Kenny? How are you, brother? What's been going on? Can you pull up a pic of what Max looks like in the weight cut? Yeah. I think I can. Yeah, give me a second. I gotta just message it to myself because it's on my phone. What do I do? What's the quickest way to do this? I'll put it in the Discord. Put it in the Discord. Do I still have it? Come on, I used it in today's video. There it is. Yep, done. Alright, that's in the Discord. Then what's the next thing that I can do? I can transition over studio mode. Normal. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll transition over, and then in here, I'll open up the Discord, and I'll show you guys the photo of how Max looks, which is now sitting in the Discord, and I just don't want to share the entire Discord with you guys because some people message me. How's that? That's good. Let me do this. Let me do that. All right, cool. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. I'm transitioning over, and that's Max Holloway. Now, that's how he looks. Absolutely horrible. Doesn't he look absolutely bloody horrible? All right, let me catch up on everyone while we leave up this photo of Max Holloway, who appears to be dying. What's up, Miguel? How are you, brother? What's up, dude? Good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while, man. You're rooting for Rakic. You're Serbian. I am, brother. I am. Dougie bought a 2-midget canoe and is about to sacrifice himself and Jamie to the dolphin gods. Anything to chase down that dolphin in my backyard, Nacho. Ilia is a bit weak to kicks because of his pure boxing style, and Max has gotten better with his kicks and outside movement. I just rewatched UFC 300, and Gaethje was still landing really clean kicks on Holloway Toad. Really, really clean kicks. What's up, Aussie? How are you, brother? Imagine Magomed KO's Rakic and they book Pereira versus Johnny Walker. Anything to get Pereira another win, huh? What's up, Miami? How are you, man? Max is a GOAT. Max is a GOAT. I agree. Max is also dying. Max is a god. Max is also on the MMA gods list. If you saw my video today, you saw that I have a list of MMA gods. Max is one of them. Max is also dying of a weight cut right now. Absolutely dying. So, yeah. The weight cut's not looking good at all. Imagine Magomed... Timing, that's fair. I'll make it tomorrow for sure in the first meal. Good. Do it. Gonna either go for scotch and eggs or toad in a hole. Go for scotch and eggs, brother. Go for scotch and eggs. What's up, homework zombie-looking motherfucker? Hopefully Lopez is still the backup fighter because Max looks like an absolute cokehead right now. Yeah, the thing is, we just haven't seen anything of Lopez, so it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because usually the backup fighter would still be doing interviews and be getting just as much press as the main event. Well, maybe not just as much, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we hear from the backup fighter, and we haven't heard shit from Lopez, which is concerning. So we're going to need him. You can't hear anything? You can refresh. Max is a GOAT. I was expecting worse, but yeah, it's not the greatest. Yeah, Nacho, it's not just like a bad screenshot either. Like, go to Kevin Aioli's channel and watch the interview. It's a good interview, but also, like, you can just see that Max is dying. Max is just dying. The weight cut is killing him. Hey, Doug, it's Marcus. How good's Bali? Oh, right. What's up, Marcus? How are you, man? Bali's great. Bali's absolutely great. Member emojis. I know you got gifted a membership. Hey, Aussie, how bloody good is it? Alex's next fight is going to be at heavyweight in March. We'll see, Lane. It does depend on Jon Jones. I do think so. Dana White hates a belt not being lineal. He hates someone retiring with a belt. So I do imagine that Dana White is going to offer Jon Jones about $7 million. That's as much as he offered Jon Jones to fight Francis. I think he'll offer him about $7 million again to stay and fight Tom Aspinall. Now, if he stays to fight Tom Aspinall, it's obviously not going to be Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. So it all depends on Jon Jones, doesn't it? So we'll see. That's why we're in a very fluid situation. It's like, what's the right way to describe it? It's like the bed sheets in Bali on a Saturday night. It's a very fluid situation. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Mammy, what's your name? Marcus says, does Connor do steroids? Yes, and a lot of cocaine. Found out today, ITP MMA, make sure to go and check out his channel, did a great expose on Conor McGregor today. Do you know Conor McGregor's brother-in-law is not the biggest cocaine dealer in Ireland? Absolutely not the biggest cocaine dealer in Ireland. His sister is married to him. Interesting stuff. I think Connor would be doing steroids. I think Connor is doing steroids. One of the few things he doesn't do anymore. Dougie, have you been checking out Magomed's post? Dude is living the life and seems like he's not worried at all. Magomed Ankalaev's dude is living the life and seems like he's not worried. Well, he should be worried because there is a violent Serbian man coming for him. Ilia by sub? No, I think Ilia by decision. Alex Pereira isn't even that good. Hey, Aussie, please do not start the chat. I still got Ilia because Max still gets hit too much, even though Holloway lowered his output and uses more outside movement recently, giving him a better chance. Yeah, I like that. I kind of feel like how I felt when it was this is a retarded comparison, but it is what it is. This is how I feel. When Sean Strickland went into the cage against Israel Adesanya, I felt 100% confident that Israel Adesanya was going to win that fight. And there was nothing in my mind that I could see Sean Strickland winning that fight. This is how I feel now with Ilia Topuria going in against Max Holloway. And I know it's a bad example. I know it's a bad example. But it's just my confidence levels are so high. And you're right. Holloway has lowered his output to pick and choose his shots more often. But I think Holloway struggles against shorter guys, you know. I think he just struggles against shorter guys. TKZ was touching him. Volk has continuously touched him. Ilia's the shorter guy. It just makes sense to me. Lane, do you even train? GSP was a snake for saying that he would fight Whittaker after the Bisping fight and then slinking back off to retirement. He was. You're absolutely right, Nacho. It's one of the few stains on GSP's immaculate record. Francis Ngannou would beat Tom Aspinall? No. Well, 50-50. So we do have a tier list to bring up when the chat slows down. Who is the best heavyweight of all time? It's the argument for today's stream if the chat slows down, but we'll see. How did Dana let Francis Ngannou leave? Too much ego from the boss, pay the fighters. It really wasn't a fighter pay issue, Marcus. It really wasn't. So he offered Francis Ngannou, it's somewhere between $8 to $10 million that we know that Dana White offered Francis Ngannou. The problem was that he wanted Francis to be able to go. Francis wanted to be able to go box as well, and that's what Dana was against. So there's this big argument that goes on, like, would Francis be paid more or less if he went boxing? Obviously, he would have been paid more to go boxing, but he got paid about $11 to $15 million for the Fury fight plus pay-per-view points, and was going to get about $10 million for the Jon Jones fight in the UFC plus pay-per-view points, but it was going to be locked into the UFC only. So really, the big thing for Francis was the boxing, not so much the pay. Dougie, come up with one scenario Max can win. Imagine if Ilia is winning the entire fight, and then Max points, and Ilia's ego, immaturity agrees, and then Max KOs Ilia. Very unlikely, but you never know. Hey, Aussie, thanks for the $1, mate. I bloody appreciate it, mate. Thanks for your third super chat, mate. Yeah, he could, but even then, homework. Dry Herbert, who was a proper lightweight, cracked Ilia, and his chin's been tested. He could. I think, look, the way that Max Holloway won the Gaethje fight so convincingly was Max Holloway broke Justin Gaethje's nose with that spinning wheel kick. If he can land it again on Topuria, because Topuria does like to duck in and go for the body because he's already so short. So if he can time Topuria ducking in and going for the body and land that spinning wheel kick on his nose and break Topuria's nose, 25 minutes with a broken nose against Max Holloway, I don't like the odds of that, man. The fighters do need payment. No, they don't. They can't even fucking fight 3 times a year, and they don't have 15 minutes of cardio. Fuck them. Please don't start. They did what to Max? Who did what to Max? What are we talking about? Aaron Tits? What are we talking about? I have Ilia fairly confidently, but it feels like people are either Holloway glazers who think Topuria sucks or hardcore acting like Mac has no chance. Fair enough. Like, I'm not trying to be like a Max has no chance hardcore. I know that's what I'm saying. I know that's how I'm coming across. Yeah, I don't know. It's just because I see it so clearly. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Rakic Magomed fight scares the shit out of me. Really scares the shit out of me. I'm picking Rakic, but I'm picking Rakic as a fan. Does that make sense, Toad? And the Chimaev Whittaker fight, I'm confident about, but the first round scares the shit out of me. Really scared. So these fights, like, they make me nervous because obviously Chimaev can win that fight. Obviously he can win that fight. And I can easily see Magomed beating Rakic. Easily. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so confident about the Max pick. It's the Ilia pick. It's retarded. Like I said, it's retarded. It's retarded how confident I am about the pick. Scotch eggs it is. Nice, mate. I'm fairly confident as well. Max isn't going to be able to eat Ilia's shots. I don't think so. Especially with how bad he's looking with the weight cut. Yeah. Yeah. Ilia wins in the pocket, and he's the last guy you'd want to point to the ground against. Yeah, I know. That's why I think, Toad, that Ilia is like begging Max on to do it, you know? They were touching Max. They were touching Max, Aaron. TKZ was touching up Max. TKZ, but what's up, Based Gotti? How are you, man? Chimaev is winning? No, mate. No fucking chance on earth, mate. No chance. I'm going back to delusion only. Chimaev is going to win the first round, and then he's going to gas out hard, as per his own team. Personally, I don't like Francis because I do think he has an attitude and an ego problem, but I hope he has nothing but success just to see Dana mad. I do like Francis a lot. I don't think he has that much of an ego. Actually, homework, jump on Twitter, and when the chat slows down, I might bring this up for you, because I know where it is on Twitter. But jump on Twitter and type in Francis Ngannou meets Jon Jones, or Jon Jones meets Francis Ngannou. And Jon Jones gets in Francis's face, and he keekeeps saying things like, you don't want any of this smoke, you know I'm the king, you know at the end of the day I'll win. And Francis is just being like very polite, and they're face to face, mate. They're face to face. And Francis is just chilling, taking it easy. It's an interesting one. Ilia Max is definitely a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. That's fair enough, Nacho, but I know you're a massive Max fan. A massive Max fan. Ilia is going to sub Max. He might. Rakic for the win. Based lane. And pumpkin cookies with cinnamon icing. Nice. If Rakic wins against anyone else, I probably would have picked him, but he's up against Magomed. I know it's scary. It's real scary. Yeah, it is. The one thing that I like about the Rakic pick is Magomed sort of knows that he needs to get a fucking highlight finish to get put in there against Alex Pereira, because the UFC are clearly protecting Alex Pereira from Magomed. So he's got to really, really show up and show out. Aaron Tats says, sexually what, mate? Do you just want me to say that word? Max is so retarded for bulking up. How did he not think it was going to be harder to cut and he'd be slower in the fight? I know. But I also thought, it's weird, dude. What you're saying makes sense, Cage, because of what we're seeing now, like how bad the weight cut is going for him. I just thought that after UFC 300, he would have known that his next fight was going to be at featherweight, and he would have immediately started to be on a caloric defect so he could make featherweight more easily. But it does seem like he is just racing to featherweight within the fortnight before the fight. It's very strange. Max said the whole "I am not a DMF" thing in response to Ilia saying he's pointing to the ground in the first 10 seconds. He did. I'm saying that I think that's why Ilia Topuria is trying to goad Max into that kind of a fight. I felt like he was letting TKZ get some shots in because he's such a legend. It was his last fight. So you think Max Holloway was carrying TKZ? Maybe. Still, though, Volkanovski is the shorter fighter, and Volkanovski was touching up Max Holloway. I can see Jon Jones doing that. He is definitely a psychopath. Yeah, he's fucked, mate. He's fucked. Yeah, we'll find that on Twitter if the chat slows down a bit. Max fans thought he won the face-to-face, so I think it'll end in a controversial decision. Yeah, the Max glaze after that was very strange. Like, it was very obvious that Max Holloway was getting annoyed by Ilia Topuria. Because when he went for the finish, he just went off on a completely different level. Again, in the TKZ fight. True. He might have been putting on a show for the fans. You never know. It felt like John was being fairly friendly in that meeting. Felt like he was just joking around and smiling. Maybe I'm misremembering how it went down. I felt like Jones was being like a smirky cunt. That's how it felt to me, man. Because Ngannou wasn't really like bantering back with him like the lads banter around. You know what I mean? I feel like Jones was being a smirky cunt. And he was being a bit of a smirky cunt when he met up with Tom Aspinall as well. And Tom Aspinall was like, "Would you like to do a face-off?" And Jones was like, "No." So yeah, it was weird. Base Gotti says, this chat has too much Max slander. We're not slandering him. We're just being honest. We're just being honest. And if you think this is Max slander, you should have fucking been here when I did the boxing tier list. Chat was not fucking happy for that. Not at all. Here's one way how I see Ngannou versus Tom going. Whoever gets the first takedown wins the fight, basically. They won't be getting back up, and they will most likely be finished by the ground and pound. Ngannou versus Tom, whoever gets the first takedown wins the fight, basically. They won't be getting... Yeah, I don't know, homework. I don't know. I feel like Aspinall knows just enough to jiu-jitsu to create scrambles from the bottom. Yeah. Whereas Francis can be a very, very clever and top-heavy wrestler against heavyweights that don't know any wrestling, right? Like Ferreira and Gane. But Tom Aspinall knows wrestling and he knows heavyweight jiu-jitsu, so it could cause a scramble. So I'm not sure, man. We are just annoyed by most Max fans. Yeah, they've been a bit much lately. What's up, Eric? How are you, brother? What's up? The t-shirt's still there, mate. The t-shirt's still there, but it's 308 weeks, so we're celebrating Australia and Serbia coming together in victory. That sounded very sus. Ngannou, Aspinall, Ige or Murphy? I'd be going with Aspinall, but it's a 50-50 fight. Ige, I'm going to be going with Murphy. Max isn't even dehydrating yet, so I think it's too soon to say bad wake-up. True, it just, he does look bad, Toad, and he's looked bad before, and he looks bad now. Shara Bullet, KO or decision? Decision. These new gloves, not good. Who's Joe? Max is fucked? Max is fucked. This is a fun way to read the chat. Who's Joe? I don't know. Who is Joe? No one is protecting Alex. He was ready to fight anyone. Dana wanted to milk it for more money, so he didn't want Alex versus Ank at 308. The UFC is protecting Alex Pereira. Yes, I'm going to stand by that. Dougie, if Chimaev wins, I'll probably replay your reaction to the whole fight over and over again. If Chimaev wins, I might just turn the camera off. Otherwise, there are going to be edits in the Discord. I can see it already. Oh, the winds come in. Hard. Oh, no kayaking today. Yeah, if Chimaev wins, it's going to be a very... It's going to be sad. It's going to be fucking sad. Was funny when Tom put his hand on Jones' shoulder and Jones just brushed it off. I know. When Chimaev wins, I'm logging onto your YouTube and hopping onto the... Chimaev's not going to win. Chimaev's going to win the first round. It's going to be a 10-8. Everyone's going to be all like, oh, we couldn't have seen this coming. Oh, Chimaev's got him. Oh, Whittaker's fucked. And then... Whittaker is going to turn it around. We're going to see Chimaev gas fucking hard. And Whittaker is going to strike him up for fucking 20 minutes. It's going to be beautiful. Don't forget either that Abu Dhabi is running at 40 degrees, mate. So they're going to be sweating bullets in there. Chimaev's not going to be able to handle it. He's used to the cold mountains of Russia and he's going to be fighting in a desert somewhere. Whereas Robert Whittaker, Australian, it's all fucking desert here. It's boiling. We got it in the bank, mate. Tom has way better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than Ranan, who got somewhat close to a try. Yeah, this is why I'm thinking, Toad, it's not as easy as just take him down. Actual question this time. All right, Eric, what's up? Oh, yeah. No, it's here, mate. It's here. It ain't going anywhere, brother. Don't worry. I'm going to go on the biggest victory lap once Chimaev wins. And what are you going to do when Chimaev loses? Are you going to be here? I expect, Toad, to see... Not you, Toad. Homework. I expect to see you in this fucking chat. When that decision gets read out and Chimaev can't even get off the fucking stool because he's gassed so hard. I want to see you here. The kangaroo boxing flag, gotta have it. Absolutely gotta have it. Ige Murphy over 2.5 rounds. I would be going with that on most bets just because I'm going to close the blinds because there's fucking helicopters, there's wind, there's all sorts of shit. I'd be going over 2.5 rounds on most bets these days. On most bets. The new gloves have ruined finishes. Absolutely ruined it. Max will put on a legendary performance right when he really needs it, but it will end up getting crazy overrated. Yeah, I think so, Toad. You're right. There are a lot of delusional Max fans out there. Like you said, they think he won the face-off, the digital face-off between him and Ilia Topuria. Yeah, I think Max will do well, but he'll lose. What is the right way to say it? He'll lose with grace. Yeah. Please don't talk about my ex-future husband like this, Chimaev. Please don't tell me you're talking about Chimaev. Now, Whittaker. I can understand. I'm picking Max, but I think it's stupid to act like either guy doesn't stand a chance. Both are top-tier fighters who possess crazy skills. No point downplaying either of them. They're both absolute killers. That's the good old, they're both... Yeah, I get it, Nacho. I get it. But I'm just trying to, It's how I, picture fights when I'm trying to decide how they're going to go. I'm trying to run through the fight in my head. And other than Max Holloway landing that perfect shot that really wounds Ilia Topuria, whether it's a liver shot or breaking the nose, yeah, I just don't see it going that way. But yeah, that statement, Nacho, could be made for any fight, really. I'll be here. I'll be licking my wounds. Good cunt. I'm way more confident in Rob beating Khamzat than I am of Max beating Ilia. Well, good. At least we can help each other with our confidence levels through each of the fights. Yeah. Whittaker's chin gasses on a jab. That is worrying, but luckily, Khamzat Chimaev can't throw any punches. He made a Gilbert Burns fight look like a war. Gilbert Burns. He made it look like a war on the feet. I can understand having a tough fight with Gilbert Burns when it goes to the ground. But on the feet? Come on, mate. Ilia's by far the best knockout artist Max has faced. It's not just the power. He's great at finding that perfect shot. Yeah, he sets it up. He sets up that shot really nicely, which is why we had him higher than Max on the boxing tier list and why everyone got very angry at that. But he does set up the shots really, really nice. Stop fence-sitting, Nacho. MMA was built on picking sides. Nacho, I feel like after the fight, you'll finally realize just how good he is. Maybe. Sports even? Yeah, sports is all about that, man. You too, Dougie. After the fight, you'll finally realize just how good he is. Chimaev? Yeah, maybe. Abbas Magomedov or Bruno? Oh, man. Renat by KO. Wait, Abbas isn't fighting Bruno. Here we go. Who's Abbas fighting? Bruno Ferreira. I'm going to be going, I think, with Bruno Ferreira because I think Abbas is just a bit shit. I think, you know who Abbas really reminds me of? Oh, fuck, what's his name? Fuck it. Imavov? The fucking French, the Imavov, the French one. We were talking about him the other week, how he just doesn't have any power. He doesn't have, any finishing power. Fuck, I need to see people's faces to remember their names. We were literally just talking about him last week. The French guy, Imavov, Nassourdine Imavov, yes. A Nassourdine Imavov just doesn't impress me because there's no finishing power. I feel the same way about Abbas. So I'm going to be going with Bruno Ferreira. Yeah, they're just not... I haven't got fucking... You know what I mean? Renat by KO. I choose Bobby Knuckles. Yes, mate. Whittaker Chimaev, great fight. Fan of both. Max is awesome. Boy, he's fucked though. Yeah, that's I like them all. I wouldn't say I love Chimaev. I have nothing against Chimaev. I love them all. Except Chimaev. I don't mind Chimaev. I got nothing. I don't get what the hype with Chimaev is. I really don't. We're talking about that crazy run that he had 4 years ago. 4 years ago he had that crazy run. Since then, he drew with Usman, and Usman was on 11 days' notice. He took Gilbert Burns to a war. That's aged terribly. He choked out Kevin Holland. Who cares? I think I could choke out Kevin Holland. And his interviews are, smash, brother, this weekend. I'm going to smash this weekend. Hey, Kamaru, what are your plans for Robert Whittaker? I don't care about this guy, brother. Smash him, brother. He's not going to make, brother. I don't understand what there is there to be excited about. It's like being a fan of Nate Diaz in 2025 or Nick Diaz in 2025. I get there was a golden era back in the day. I appreciate that. But that was a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Back when we were all wearing masks. That guy doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, it's very weird to me. I'm super excited for the fight homework. It's going to be fucking hyped when the boys hit the cage. When it actually happens, when everyone has actually made weight, I am going to be revved. Absolutely fucking rev. The moment after the weigh-ins are done. When do the weigh-ins happen for us, Nacho? It's Friday during the day, isn't it? Or is it Thursday during the day? I'm getting confused, mate. Whatever. You know those days when you're at work and you're checking Twitter and like, all right, that one made weight. All right, that one made weight. All right, that one made weight. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Thursday for us, mate. Thursday. Hamzat ragdolls Drickus until Drickus somehow just wins. Yeah. They're both Dagestani. Imavov and Abbas are reject Daggy. Yeah, they don't inspire power in me. Yeah. Dougie loves Hamzat. Dougie, stop it. Christian Grey, stop it. The hype is that he made certain fights look effortless. I know, Magomed, but that was a long time ago. All the elite guys Hamzat fought ended in close decisions, so I don't get the Hamzat easily finishes Rob Tate. Neither do I, man. Neither do I. Like, that's not, like, it was a long, long time ago. Jailton Almeida also made fights look easy. Yeah, we're not getting hyped as fuck over Jailton Almeida. People like the weird ASMR tard aspect of it, I guess. I know, brother. Smash, brother, this weekend. You'll see, brother. You'll see. Nobody smashes harder than Hamzat Chimaev, brother. Nobody kicks harder than Rakic in the UFC. Watch Rakic versus Smith. Insane kicks. True, mate. And let's Rakic was beating a prime Blachowicz. A prime young Jan Blachowicz. A Blachowicz that had gotten a win over Israel Adesanya. Rakic was beating that guy until he slipped on the slippery Monster Energy logo in the middle of the cage and blew his knee out. But until that moment, we were riding high on a win. We were on our way to becoming championship. And we will be back on our way again. That is a completely unbiased opinion from Dougie. Friday around 11 a.m., we'll be fucking sweating bullets together then, Nacho. Sweating bullets. What am I doing on Friday? I'm painting a ceiling. Do I live stream while painting a ceiling during the weigh-ins? I'll vibe it out at work. The clients are still in the house. We'll vibe it out. There might be a vibe out. There might be a surprise at work live stream while Dougie paints a ceiling and we listen to the weigh-ins on YouTube together. Dougie, do the live weigh-in show so you can stream it. I know, but if it's in the middle of the workday on a Friday, I can't. I am booked in at a client's house. There, it's happening at 1 a.m. Eastern time. That's when you're usually streaming anyways. Not on Friday. I won't be. I'll be, yeah. Hamzat easily finishes Whittaker because Whittaker isn't elite. Fuck you, Cage. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, my brother. Cage, you fat fuck. Fuck you, Cage. Rakic Pereira, that's a fight. Yes, mate. That's what we're waiting for. Did you see the pictures of Rakic's back? The dude is definitely roid maxing. Ankalaev might be fucked. Yeah, 100% he is. Did you not see? You didn't watch my prayer video today, Nacho. Unbelievable, mate. Yeah, I did see those photos. Yeah, he's 100% on roids. Rakic was fucking Yuri up. Yep. Tom Aspinall has actually ran through 3 of the top 5 guys effortlessly, but apparently he's just some fraud. This is what I'm saying. There's these narratives that the Chimaev fans, and it's specifically the Chimaev fans, stick to. It's so strange to me. Like, oh, who was Tom Aspinall really beaten? Oh, I don't know. Just the entire fucking heavyweight division. Oh, Hamzat Chimaev, he should get a title shot after a Robert Whittaker win. Oh, okay. Should maybe Davidson Figueiredo get a title shot instead of Uma? No, he hasn't done enough in the weight class. Oh, well, he's had 3 wins in his weight class in bantamweight. How many has fucking Chimaev got? A 1 against Usman on fucking 11 days notice. Oh, okay. I guess he's done enough. I guess he's done more than Davidson Figueiredo, a former fucking champion. Chimaev fans, man. Actually retarded sometimes. People forget, man. Rakic had soy knees and couldn't handle the Polish chadness. No, it was there was actually ice. If you watch the second round closely, Chris, they dropped ice onto their canvas and it melted in the middle of the monster logo, and that's how Rakic broke his knees. It's definitely got nothing to do with his soyness, which is why he's on steroids now. Nothing at all. Max has taken a lot of damage. He has. Let me paint your ceiling, Doug. Oh, no, you can paint my ceilings any bloody weekend, mate. Volk fucked up Max. He did. Dougie, I'm happy and confident to say that this will be the first time you will ever see a prime and healthy Hamzat inside the cage who hasn't overtrained. What are you fucking messaging his manager or something, homework? What are you... I love how confident you are. I love how confident you are here. I'm like, Dougie, I'm happy to let you know that Khamzat Chimaev has never been healthier. His manager's been messaging me all week. I've been texting him. How you going, HC? What's up, mate? Feeling good? Gamrot and Jan have Polish mind power magic. There is something about finding a noose in the woods that gives you special training. Jeff Neal versus RDA. Who you got, Jeff Neal? Jeff Neal. RDA is, again, just one of those old washed guys. It is what it is. You can look Rakic in the eyes and see that he's crazy. Yeah, he's got that. He's got that in him. That Serbian Bosnianness. The thing that makes all the wars happen in the Balkans. He's got it in him. Tom Aspinall is the best. He's way better than Ngannou. I don't know, Miguel. I'd love to know, but I don't know. And I want to know. I want them to fight each other. I think Francis might be the best heavyweight of all time. I do. Yeah, I think he might be the best heavyweight of all time. Francis is really fucking good. Really fucking good. Just the strength. He's so fucking strong. It's insane. He's so strong. And at heavyweight, the skill level is so low. This is the problem I have, right? Heavyweight, the skill level is so low that the strength really helps you a lot. And Francis is insanely strong. Insanely strong. But Tom Aspinall might be more skilled. But Tom Aspinall always gets touched on the chin at least once in every fight. And if Francis does that to Tom, does Tom still remain as a conscious human being? Or does he into the shadow realm? I don't know. If Francis takes Tom down, can Tom do an armbar from the bottom or throw up a triangle? Anything to just create a scramble. I don't know. I'd love to know. But I don't know. I'd love to know. It's a hell of a fucking fight. It's a hell of a fight. I've been driving all day, brother. Just got home in time for your stream. Fuck yeah, Nacho. Nice, man. Lucky. And thanks for being here, man. I know Guru is live right now. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you guys all being here. I really do. Thank you. He beat Renan Fanera while Tom is beating Blades and Volkov. I know, dude. I get it. I get the quality of competition, but also Francis's resume before the PFL is kind of fucking insane. Like, everyone that we're saying, like, oh, Tom has beaten everyone in the top 10. So did Francis. And he knocked them all clean out in a second. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. It is crazy. Kevin Holland and the Bum Leech was somewhat solid at some point, and these are the best guys Khamzat has ran through. Yeah. And even, like, saying that he ran through Kevin Holland, like, you'd fucking hope so, mate. I don't even like Khamzat. I just hate Whittaker. Fuck you, Cage. Cage, you motherfucker. You fat fuck, Cage. I'm inside his camp. Homework really is just Khamzat as an alt. Could be at this point. How can you hate Whittaker, Cage? No, Whittaker. Cage is just fucking with us. Khamzat's burner. I'm only hating Whittaker this way. Yeah, I know. There's the Whittaker hate. It's just because our teams are firmly aligned against each other. I commend your Serbian cope. It's what I do, mate. It's what I do. Rakic better hope that Yuri has lifted his samurai curse in time for October 20th. We'll find out October 26th. October 26th with a Blessed Express, baby. We'll find out October 26th. Rakic better hope that Yuri has lifted his samurai curse. I know, mate. How the fuck did Rakic not finish Yuri and Alex Pereira finished Yuri 3 times in the same night? Fucking knocked him down, then headshotted him, and then looked at him as they were walking out of the cage, and Yuri fucking fell over again. How is that fair? That's not fair. It's not fair. That Rakic threw a fucking school bus at him, and Yuri just took it, and Alex Pereira knocked out Rakic 3 times in one fight. I fucking... Fuck MMA, man. Fuck MMA. It's so fucked. Well, yeah, I am, but it's mostly because he's a man-child like Moreno and Izzy, and just not likable to me. Okay, fair enough. Different strokes for different folks. I mean, you're in my stream, and we literally do UFC fighters as Pokemon cards sometimes. Goddamn you, YouTube, not giving me notifications. You've got to say an extra hour, because YouTube is a bitch. Sorry, Larry. How are you, man? What's been going on? 55 minutes. Damn, right at the end of the stream, brother. I'm sorry, mate. But don't worry. We're going to be streaming on track. There'll be another stream this time tomorrow. Another stream on Friday. It's all good, mate. It's all good. But thanks for being here, dude. Francis isn't taking Tom down. Maybe. I'd love to know, Nacho. See, you know, like before, like I've been saying, like I can just picture a fight going a certain way. I can't picture the Francis Tom fight clearly. There's so many different ways that fight could go. It's infuriating to me that we'll never know. No man that plays Skyrim is beating Chimaev. No man that masturbates to anime is gonna beat me. I'm a fan of the best fighters fighting each other. No one cares if it's UFC or PFL. We want the fighters like Ngannou, Jones. Yeah, I agree, Miguel. I agree. I totally agree. I want to see who's the baddest heavyweight in MMA. I know it's such an annoying time. Like, this is we're living through our Khabib versus Tony Ferguson era. We're living through our GSP versus Anderson and Silva era. This is what would happen if Fedor was in the UFC era. Like, we're living through a moment in MMA history right now where who is the best heavyweight on the planet? It's definitely not Jon Jones. And this is what I said in that video, right? Francis has got a first round KO this year. Tom has got a first round KO this year. Francis has already fought Stipe and folded him within one round. If Jon Jones looks in any way in trouble with Stipe, I know that, like Nacho, like you said, Jon Jones is a slow burner. But if Jon Jones does not impressively beat Stipe, or at least make short work of him, the narrative is going to be Jon Jones was never a legitimate heavyweight. It's going to look so bad, and that he ducked both of them. I know we talked about this in comments, Nacho, but the narrative is going to be that Jon Jones ducked Francis and then ducked Tom and looked worse against Stipe than Francis did. Let me catch up on everyone's chats. I'm a fan of both. We want to see who's the baddest in the world. Yep. You ever heard Teddy Atlas talk about Tom's subtle head move? I haven't, Larry. No, I haven't. I would much rather Chimaev fought Strickland, but we know the dude is ducking and sitting out. That's true. It's Tom Strickland is ducking everyone. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Francis did KO people really fucking quick. I had money on Yuri against Rakic. It was such a roll. Oh, no. Damn, Nacho. That sucks, man. Oh. I wonder if Max has said the best is blessed in every fight promo. I think he usually says, it is what it is. Rakic's hands aren't that powerful, but his kicks are really fucking good. Really fucking good. Francis couldn't even KO Blades in their fight. Got a doctor's stoppage between 2 and 3. Francis couldn't even KO Blades in their first fight. Got a doctor's stoppage between 2 and 3. Okay. All right. You going to compare exact opponents. All right. But still, Francis's knockout streak, very, very fucking impressive. I'm gonna need you to stop calling out my hypocrisy. Of course, Cage. Sorry, mate. Go for another 5 minutes in case you really love Rakic, like you say. You would for him. We'll go for a little bit. GSP ducked Rob and Yol fought Bisping. Fuck that. He did. He also ducked old school guys. The bloke Hendricks. He lost to Hendricks and ducked and didn't want the rematch. Bailed after that fight. Yep. Tom wins 7 out of 8 times. Oh, Larry, that's bold. That's a bold statement. Jon Jones, in his prime, was the best fighter. His fight versus Vitor was insane, and the grit and toughness to escape the armbar. I agree, Miguel, but that fight, I think, was in 2012. Again, today. Heavyweight today. I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree for the time. Jon Jones is an insane man. Jon Jones is still an insane man. But that was over a decade ago. Doug, look at the kangaroo in the back. It's primed and ready to get taken down by a double leg. Mate, it's got a knee raised. No. I'm not letting you get away with that one, homework. It's got a bloody knee raised, mate. Ready to Masvidal Chimaev's head into the fucking back row, son. Jones will beat Stipe 100%. Stipe is old as fuck. No. He will beat Stipe. But if he doesn't make it look impressive, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Francis and Tom's legacy is very even, in my opinion. When it's all said and done, Tom is going to be much better, though, assuming that he keeps finishing people. I can agree with that. When it's all said and done, the fact that Tom stayed in the premier division of MMA is really going to help him. It's definitely not John. He hasn't done enough at heavyweight. He needs to beat Stipe and fight Tom, or his status at heavyweight at least sucks. Yeah, I can agree with that. Your responsibility as a content creator is to set the record straight, though. Stipe is going to weigh in. Stipe is going to weigh in like 20 pounds more when he fought Francis the second time. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, as much as I do have biased picks and joke around biasly, like, say, Rakic losing to Jan Blachowicz by saying he slipped on an ice cube. You're right. I can joke around about it. And I think the people that watch the sport and remember Larry will be able to talk about what happened in this era without running like a crazy narrative. I can just see the way that the UFC is going to push the narrative. Not the UFC. I can see the way that the anti-Jones fans are going to push the narrative so much once this is all done. Because you watch how the UFC are already pushing the narrative. The UFC would go back, right, and watch Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic, but watch the pay-per-view. Don't just watch the fight. Watch the pay-per-view. Look at how much they built up Francis Ngannou before that fight as like the next biggest, greatest thing to ever happen to heavyweight. They put so much into Francis, and people just completely forget about that now. Completely forget about that. So, yeah, what was I going with that? There's going to be these anti-Jones fans that are really, really going to jump on this. And so are the PFL. They're going to jump on this. Tom also KOs people really quick. He does. Boxing finally got their heavyweight division sorted after literally decades since an undisputed champ. And now the MMA's is completely fucked. It's sad, isn't it, Toad? It's really sad. Ngannou, Tom, and Jones will never fight each other. This shit is literally just boxing now. Yeah, it is. It's like the thing that made our sport great has been fucked. Yet again, the PFL is fucking up MMA. They fucked up Bellator, so fighters like Cerrone and Ferguson and RDA don't have anywhere to fucking fight, and now they've fucked up the UFC heavyweight division as well. Well done, PFL. You fucked up MMA completely. The Saudis gave you $500 million and you lost money and fucked up MMA. Good work, PFL, you fucking idiots. Because GSP knew that the UFC wanted to make him stepping stone like they always do with the older legend fighter. Yeah, which is why they're going to offer Jon Jones a fuck ton of money. The end of GSP's career is really similar to how Jones's will probably be. It really is a choice of whether to care about your record or stick around and satisfy the fans till you go out with a loss or two. Yeah, I think in MMA, there's nothing wrong with going out with a loss or having one or two losses. Like, Mighty Mouse lost to Henry Cejudo, and fans still hold Mighty Mouse in their top three. Like, you ask any fan who the GOAT is, and they'll give you a combination of Mighty Mouse, GSP, or Jon Jones. They're like, so it hasn't ruined Mighty Mouse's standing in the MMA community at all. But I get what you're saying, man. Wasn't a real middleweight anyway. Not an excuse. Wasn't a real middleweight anyway. GSP, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, not an excuse, but it's true. Yep. Tom finishes everyone on Jones's resume, except maybe DC in a round. Even a prime Stipe. Although when Francis fought Stipe again, it wasn't Stipe's prime. He had his eyes ripped out by DC. So Stipe after the DC trilogy, yeah, Tom would have fucking finished him. Yeah. Yep. It passes the test, Toad. Yep. Chimaev will grab that leg and do what Islam did to Dustin. No. Whittaker will do what Volk did to Islam in the 5th round. Hold him down and beat the piss out of him till he's fucking bleeding orange, pissing orange the next day, mate. The Kangaroo's about to teep kick its way to a 50-43 decision. As long as we get the win, mate. Who do you respect more? Larry Anderson for going out and fighting with losses, or GSP for taking off? I'm personally more of a Silver fan, but he definitely did tarnish his legacy. What do you think? I think it's actually a middle ground there, Nacho. I think fight to defend the belt, and then once you've lost, one more or walk away from that. I do think you should fight until you've reached the point where you can't defend the belt anymore. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do think Anderson Silva continuing to fight all the way to the point of being beaten by Jake Paul. Was Anderson Silva beaten by Jake Paul? Anderson Silva was beaten by one of the Paul brothers, yeah? I think, either way, right? Fighting on to destroy your legacy like Tony Ferguson has. There we go. Let's go with that. Fighting on to destroy your legacy like Tony Ferguson has does tarnish it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with fighting until you lose the belt and maybe hanging around for one more. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Going to sleep now. JDM is going to be champ. Stay playing. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it, man. I'll see you in the next stream. I've gone for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Miguel, you got the last one. Let me catch up with everyone's. What do you expect? Yeah, we did that one. What do you see? If you want to see a brutal beatdown from this weekend, Dougie, here is a sick Aussie boxer named Tim Tszyu. He got brutalized and dropped 4 times bad. I saw the post-fight interviews with that, Chris. And he was like, I don't know what the fuck just happened to me. Like, he got the shit kicked out of him. There was also a 1FC fighter that went over to boxing, a 1FC champion. I'll bring up the tweet for you guys later this week. He went over to boxing, was losing the boxing fight, and you know what? I might even share it in the Discord. I'll look for it and pop it in the Discord. But he fucking kicked Guru Raid. Oh no, I'm going. Okay, little Guru Raid. I was about to head off, boys. There was a 1FC champion who was losing his boxing fight. What's up, Jerusalem? How are you? And fucking kicked the other guy in the head to get the win. Fucking head kick to get the win. You're about to get raided. What's up? What's up, Jerusalem? How are we, boys? How are we, boys? All right, Jerusalem, how are you all? My name is Dougie. I make an MMA video every single fucking day of the week. I go live 3 times a week where we have live debates. So, if you want to see what's going on this channel, you want to hit the subscribe button. You'll get daily videos. Today's video was a fucking prayer video, so welcome. Welcome to that. What's been going on? Where in Oz are you from? I'm from Melbourne, mate. How you going? Anyone else got naked photos of Hamzat? I will pay thousands. Ew. The army of Jerusalem has arrived. What's up? Wee, wee, wee. What city in Oz are you from? Melbourne. Just subbed for you. Thank you. Eric, the therapist, says, guys, everyone, this guy has a rapist t-shirt. What's up, Dougie? How are you guys? Wee, wee, wee. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. There's a video every single day. Remember those days, Guru? How are you, mate? And I try and go live 3 times a week as well as live watch-alongs. Who are the top 3 worldwide heavyweight? Thank you for the $2, man. Impression of Guru at the buffet. I'm not fat. I'm shredded. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Melbourne, Mexico. Za Sparky, but I don't speak Serbian. My mother's Serbian. I can't speak it. I can get yelled at in Serbian pretty well. I like this guy already. Thank you, Dark765. Sub seems like a cool channel. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. I'm just big boned. Is there a spider on the white side of the Serbian flag in the... You'd expect that, wouldn't you, cunt? It being a fucking Australian one. Yeah, you'd expect that. Guru, thank you so much for the 10 memberships and the raid, mate. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it, dude. Sorry about that impression, mate. But you know how it is. Dougie's our special Aussie chat. Thank you. Thank you. Shit. Let me show you guys some shit around the channel then. Why not? Let me show you guys some shit around the channel. Let me move you guys over here. What a guy, Guru. Great guy. Amazing guy. Thin ice. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Let's go here. No, that's not working. All right, let me read these chats. Win, Dougie. Got caught in 4K. I know. Who got JDM or Usman? I have got JDM in that one, but I think Usman's picking it because he's a coward. He saw Gilbert Burns be able to hold down JDM for like 3 rounds, and he went, I'm not fucking fighting Ian Gary. I'm going to fight JDM. So I don't like that at all. You got to be a cool person to have a membership to the VIP club that is Dougie's Corner. That's true, mate. Don't show them the tier list. Do you guys want to see my who is the best boxer in the UFC tier list? You're going to love it. Trust me. You're going to bloody love it. Where are we? Top kickers in the UFC. Best boxers in the UFC. Oh. I'm from the Balkans. Do you know any language from it? Ja možu da pričaš samo malo srpski. Impression of... Adopt me, mate! Adopt me! Yes, no, Max, Bilal, let's see it. Do you guys want to see my list? Do you guys want to see my big old list of the best boxers in the UFC? All right, I'll show you my list. Where is it? Yeah, hang on, chat. We'll get there in a second. 1 second, chat. I'll show you my list of the best boxers in the UFC. Here we go. Let me just get it ready for the screen. Adopt me, mate. There we go. All right, that'll do. And down there like that. Okay, one second. I know. I swear to God, chat. It's not usually like this. I'm usually much quicker than this. You know? I just wasn't expecting such a guru. All right, we're transitioning. Done. I want to see your top 1000s in boxer. I'm not bloody MMA. Chill MMA. Did you ever go to Serbia? I did as a child. Yeah, we grew up over there. My parents are living over there now. Fucking hell, Doug. Guru is trying to help you get viewers. I know, mate. I know. Everyone's going to unsub now. No, Chris, they're going to love it. They're going to love it. Best boxers in the UFC. JDM. Guru sends his regard. Thank you, John Smith, for the $10, man. I really fucking appreciate it. Jamie says Doug normally finishes much quicker. Stop it, Nacho. Sup, Nick23. How are you, man? Connor is number 1. Oh, I don't know about that. Why is Ben Askren not number 1? I know. Fuck your list, yeah? Chris, how do we stop him? How do we stop him ruining his channel by showing him his lists, his bloody lists? Shamil Gaziev is not number 5. L take. Shamil the Blob Gaziev. Where's Ryan Hall? He was schooling Tapurio until the fluke. I think Jan could be higher. Connor being number 1 is a joke. Connor not being number 1 is a joke. No. Teach us how to Doug. You don't want to say that, mate. Not too bad. You will. Are you picking JDM or Usman? I will be picking JDM. I think you'll be able to handle it, man. Aspinall with the chin in the air. Yeah, I know. Look, I get it. Aspinall always gets hit. But the power. Like, boxing is like effectiveness as well. You know, it's about how well can you hit and not get hit. And let's face it, Tom Aspinall's boxing is so fucking effective, no one makes it to the second round. Now, I know power makes up for a lot of that, but it is what it is. Why is KL there twice? I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of retarded sometimes. And I might have fucked up. That's a good observation, Dark765. 105, what the fuck am I missing? Something? What's up, UFC Sabbath? How are you, mate? Yeah, we got raided by Guru. It's great. It's pretty great. Little fool of a list. Do a Bryce impression, Dougie. Show the new kid. You see, you got to use discernment. Okay, if the earth was flat, how come when I pick you up to drop you on a double leg, the canvas doesn't move underneath you? If the earth was spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, the canvas would move, but it don't. So you got to use discernment. You got to use discernment. Tom and Ilia are top 2. We will find out where Ilia and Max are this week, won't we? Well, if we're talking about actual boxing, barely any of these can box at all pretty good at throwing hands. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason when you chuck a UFC fighter, MMA fighter into a boxing ring, they usually get obliterated. Stand your base, mate! When the helicopter lifts off, how come the earth don't move underneath it? How come it lands in the same place? Huh? You see, you got to use discernment. You don't want to be sending your kids to damn schools where they're teaching you about that. They'll become, you know. Done. Go back to normal. What the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that guy? Hide that shit. There we go. Back. Back to the normal. Done. Beautiful. All right. Whose chats did I miss? Decent little wacky. You're welcome. Thank you so much, by the way, John Smith, for the $10. That is a fucking massive donation. Really, really appreciate that, man. Yeah, brother. Thoughts on using your own blood to create a Jason mark? Always do it, UFC Sabbath. Always. Royval should be above Kai Kara France and Moreno. Brandon Royval should be above Kai Kara France and Moreno. I don't know, man. Kai Kara France did fucking knock out Usyk, and Usyk looked fucking good. Recently heard the best argument yet for Tom being an elite boxer. Deontay Wilder. He was a good boxer? No. He was knocking out most of the best boxers in the world. Yes. Yeah, right. Like, it's like the effectiveness of the actual shots are what does it. That's why I put Tom Aspinall up there so high. Because, like, you've got all these other great boxers in the UFC. Like Dustin Poirier. But Tom Aspinall is the one that actually, like, fucking cleans them up. Ends them. Thank you. Are you a Rakic fan? Absolutely, man. How can you be half Serbian and not be a Rakic fan? Thoughts on the JQ? You know, watch my videos and you'll find out. You'll be able to tell. Watch my video on the race for who is going to win Fighter of the Year. You'll find out. An impression of Mike Tyson telling Jon Jones to take shrooms, but Jones confuses him for his wife and goes ballistic. An impression of Mike Tyson telling Jon Jones to take shrooms. No, I'm not doing. I can't do impressions all the way like that, Teddy. But thanks, man. You got to have the blood streaks if you know it. I know. Yeah, Sabbath. You got to get messy with it. Now, time for the annual end of the stream Dougie Shuffle. I know. The list automatically killed off half the viewers. It is what it is, Toad. You know, what are you going to do? Up the Serbians. Up the Serbians. They saw Carl Barello twice on the list and thought, who the fuck was this guy? Show the best kickers list. We can quickly do that. I'll quickly do that one too. Canva. No. All right, we'll do that one real quick. And then I am going to get out of here. There we go. Top 10 kickers in the UFC today. Let's get that like that. That like that. Beautiful. There we go. That's the top kickers in the UFC today. All right, you boys caught me right at the end of my stream, and I really, really, really appreciate the raid, Guru and Jerusalem. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like I said, my name is Dougie, and I do an MMA video every single day. I go for live for about an hour. Who is number 4? It's Leon Edwards. Like, where is he? Where is Leon Edwards, Jack? Like, where the fuck has he been? The pound for pound list always angers the new viewers. We didn't do a I didn't show them the pound for pound list, luckily, Toad. Luckily. When are we going to do a top members? When are we going to do a top chat members at Shredding Dougie's Arguments list? We are going to do a chat members tier list over the Christmas break. Yeah. Don't go. Sorry, mate. Let's go. Need more Aussie MMA YouTube. Well, please subscribe to the channel. So like I said, there's going to be an MMA video every single day. That's what I've been doing for the past year. I go live 3 times a week, and I go live for about an hour after work. It's usually on a Tuesday afternoon in Australia, Wednesday afternoon in Australia, and Friday afternoon in Australia. So that's the game. But I do got to get out of here. I do really, really appreciate the raid. So hit the subscribe button. There'll be a new video tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, there's a playlist on the channel called Talking MMA. It's where you can get all my general thoughts and ideas and opinions on MMA for things that are sort of always coming up in the game. So check that out. And then there is a prayer video for today for UFC 308. Don't watch it if you're a Max Holloway fan. If you're a Max Holloway fan from the Jerusalem, don't watch it. You don't want to... You won't enjoy it. If you're an Ilia Puria fan, hang out. Enjoy it. That's it. I would sub if you weren't Aussie. Love you, Nacho. Love you. Thank you guys for jumping on the chat. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Chris, Nacho, Cage, Larry, Toad, Homework, Sabbath, all the old school boys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Guru, thank you so much for the raid, man. I appreciate it. You got me right at the end of my stream, but it always means a lot. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video and in tomorrow's stream. See you later.